Hey everybody, it's Amber here for Tune In Tuesday with Hope, Healing Our Past Experiences. And I just want to welcome you back again this week where we discuss the tough stuff, answer your questions, and share stories of hope. And so as I was preparing for today's video, I was thinking about an article that my oldest daughter shared with me this week, and it was referring to a series that's going to be coming out about a true story that in 2009 an 18-year-old had been raped at knife point, and how she wasn't believed. She wasn't believed by the police. She wasn't believed by her foster parents. She wasn't believed by most everyone who she should have been able to count on. And what got me thinking is I've been to court with many different girls, and when you have been violated and you have been victimized, raped, molested through incest, through whatever way, and it finally goes to court or it's reported, oftentimes it is the character of the victim that begins to be put on trial. Because if you can discredit the person who is saying, hey, this happened to me, then it won't move forward, right? I just saw it happen earlier this year with a minor and another minor who had raped her. But a beautiful thing happened. The male who raped the female owned it in court, and he said, no, I did these things, even though his family told him to lie and just, slander her character. Like, that was an honorable thing. But it brings me back to, that's not the majority of the time, right? There are those amazing things that happen like that, but the majority of the time, like, we don't talk about it because we're afraid nobody's going to believe us, right? Or they want to think we lied to make it up for attention. That was part of this girl's story, is a foster mom thought she was just seeking out attention because she wasn't getting out as much attention. I know that when I was 14 and DFS was called on my family, that was one of the things. Are you making this up for attention? I'm like, what do I have to gain? Like, I'm an honor roll student. I'm a cheerleader. I have a job. I do all these other things. Like, what do I have to gain by making the story up? And I often ask that when family members want to say, well, is it possible that they're making this up? And I say, what do they have to gain by making this up, right? And so I just want to encourage you that if you have kept silent about your story, or maybe you've shared your story and you weren't believed, it doesn't change your reality, right? Something I learned a long time ago is that it's easier for others to believe a false reality rather than to face reality. Let me break that down. See, those that would have to accept your reality of sexual abuse, misuse, or trauma, it would change their reality. They're not ready for that. So it's easier to believe that it didn't happen, that the people who did this are incapable of that, and they believe a false reality. They take comfort in that because it is as what it appeared to be to them. They don't want to be wrong. It makes them change if they are wrong, right? And so you have to understand that just because they don't believe your reality doesn't change your reality. You are not responsible for your hurt, but you are responsible for your healing. And, different people have different recipes for restoration. So whether you're believed or not, you need to think about healing. That's really our hearts here at Hope, is to help you overcome past experiences of sexual abuse, misuse, and trauma. We do that through phone calls. You can contact us through many different social medias. And as well as we have curriculum that's available for you to do in your own space at your own pace. There's facilitators in 8 different states already. And if you're somebody who's like, what's a facilitator? You just have to be willing to open up your heart. You can be through an organization. It can be through, you can privately do it, right? There's no charge in that. Like you purchase a curriculum for $100 and you don't have to come back and buy anything from me ever again because I set it up to where it's affordable. It's about getting the tools in the hands that need it to overcome so that we can thrive in life and really live beyond our circumstances, right? We can live in victory. So I just appreciate y'all listening. I look forward to talking to y'all again next week. See ya.